I would like to invite Kelly to tell us what exactly is fix and flip loan and how do we approach that?
Thank you, Dr. Khan. It's a pleasure to be here today to share these type of mortgage products with everyone so that you can broaden your base on lending and generating revenue. The fix and flip program is best used in the mortgage industry to grow your investor business. It's available for investors, as a business owner, or as an individual. There are both options available, Dr. Khan.
Okay, so going a little bit more into depth. There are several different parts and there's so many confusing acronyms and abbreviations and terminology, ARV. Let me take a look at I have a long list of all these that is very difficult to understand. So I would like you to go into those details. LTC, ARV, LTV, and there's so many others. FICO, 3MM. How do I make sense of all of these things?
Yes. Well, let's talk about the investor portion. If you're an investor, you're looking for that deal of a property that you can get it at a low cost and buy low, sell high. And the big hindrance for most investors is money. This program is designed to assist in the rehab costs. A lot of times people have the money to acquire the property, but they don't necessarily have the funds to rehab it. The fix and flip program allows for 100% of the rehab cost. And that helps investors be able to identify properties and acquire and rehab them in order to make a profit.
Okay, so who makes sense of all these acronyms and terminology and all that? And how, as a buyer or as an investor, do I need to learn all this, or can I, just rely on one of the professionals to decipher all this for me?
Well, Dr. Khan, this fix and flip program is available in the market, but not a lot of mortgage companies, lenders, or banks really offer the program to the public because it takes a little bit more work than the normal conforming government programs. But it's very advantageous, especially for someone wishing to build their portfolio and to capitalize on the slow economy. And as you asked, there are different aspects in determining the qualification for the program, and that's when you need someone who's experienced and knowledgeable in the industry and that has integrity and that is willing to step out of the box and help more people obtain their goals in wealth management.
Okay, as always, I encourage all of our participants, and we broadcast on different social media as well, participants as well, to send us their question, their comments. If they want to ask anything or say anything, they're very, very welcome during the program. And after the program, you're very welcome to contact Kelly, myself, or one of our team members. So, Kelly, what is the difference between construction loans and fix and flip loans?
Sure. A construction loan is based on identifying a parcel of land that has not been improved and then constructing a residential business property on that. And that takes it from being a line of credit to construct it to a final loan that you can sell as a residential property. With the fix and flip program, there's already a property on the premises. And it really makes it a little bit simpler than construction. You don't have to jump through all the hoops that you would need to jump through with permits and planning and zoning when you identify a property that is in need of rehab. A lot of times, raising the money to do that is the problem. And we're offering a solution for that today with this fix and flip program. You can finance 100% of the rehab costs, or 95% of the loan to construct cost, or 75% of the after improved value. That helps with the capital needed to get into this investor fix and flip program.
Okay, so I'm going to run through the entire process and then correct me if I'm missing anything, and then we'll ask several questions for you. So what happens is I intend to, as a buyer or as an investor, I intend to buy a house, and I look for properties. Since there's very low inventory, I may not find a house that I desire. My real estate professional, or many people do it through internet as well, spots a property that is distressed, that needs repair. Now, as an ordinary buyer, I would freak out. I don't want to buy a property that is broken down and is not ready to move in. I want to take a look at the property. So why should I look at a distressed property? Number one. Number two, so I identify that property, and then I look for money. Where do I look for money? Who do I go to? Who can guide me the best? And then how do I determine that, okay, I will buy this house for this much. How much will it cost to repair the house? And then what will be the, I know few acronyms, so ARV, or after repair value, for that property?
Dr. Khan, I want to bring a little bit of information to our listeners today. Number one, there are a lot of buyers out there that are priced out of the housing market. And there are a lot of realtors and investors that want to get in and improve their community, and in the process, build wealth themselves. It really helps the buyer, and it helps the person that's wanting to engage in this rehab program. So let's say you've got a buyer, you're a realtor and you've got a buyer, and that buyer, you cannot find a house in their price range. Why not? Think about this. Get that buyer and together and go out there and find a distressed property in a neighborhood, and let you have a qualified buyer. You've sent them to the mortgage company. They're qualified for this month. Go in as an investor and go into contract with that person, acquire that property, rehab it, and already have a buyer ready to go where you can actually do some finishes. There are so many ways that we can make money as investors and still help our community and the people in our community obtain homeownership.
Okay, friends, CPEC.fund, Community Private Equity Collaborative, is a housing and community development fund, and we have several ventures which include a real estate brokerage company, which includes a mortgage company, also title and closing company, and then we are building homes as well. We're always willing and ready to help you, regardless of whether you do business with us or not. With your any real estate related questions, problems, we will be very happy to help you. We are actively recruiting in all of our ventures. So if you're interested in joining our team, you're very welcome to contact us.